So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront, and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Happy Monday. Come on in. By the way, the preheating of the Florida oven is now complete. The Florida summer oven is at full temperature right now, so come on down. It's a little hot. That's okay. I have some big questions for you today. Maybe the biggest question. I'm not sure if you've ever done this. I have actually asked these questions to myself, and a few smaller questions that will fit right into it. Now, some of you will go, I've done that. Some of you will say, what are you talking about? Some will say, huh? I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to go there today because I did it about an hour and a half ago with somebody else. It is a daily boost. It's me, Scott. How are you? Come on in. By the way, it is Sunday afternoon. I'm recording right now. I rarely do that, but I got kind of busy and I wasn't feeling it. So I said, I'm not going to do the podcast till I feel it. And I feel it right now. So I came in here today. I do want to let you know a lot of people are grabbing my Perfect Week Planner. I don't know why it's so popular right now. Instagram, @Face Your Passion. Type the word planner in. DM me that. I'll send it to you. Or go to perfectweekplanner.com. Grab it. It's cool. It's awesome. So yeah, anyway, this morning I was at church. Now, once a month, I do audio for the worship band. Done audio my entire life. It's how I can serve. So I go there and I run the board. I'm the 10th band member, right? So I had some great thoughts today because one of the things that happens when you do audio at a church, Redemption City, Daytona is where I go, is you see the first service and it's like, oh, let's pay attention. Let's get the service, get the message, right? Break. Second service, pretty good. I've heard it before. Third service, I'm on my phone like everybody else. So I don't know what they're doing, but I'm making notes to myself. That's what I'm doing until it's time to come home. So I had a lot of thoughts today. And the first thought was this. I spend a lot of time coaching the middle. I like to call it the messy middle. Now, are you in the messy middle? I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I think there's 3 U's. There's you personally, and there's what you do you, and then there's a person in the middle experiencing whatever you get yourself into. And my gosh, do we ever get ourselves into stuff, right? I find that if I do personal coaching, eventually everybody wants to make money or get a better job. If I do business coaching, everybody eventually wants to figure out what makes them happy and stay married. Strange. I guess it's called life, right? That's why I call my coaching program, Face Your Passion. I want you to do what you love, make enough money so you can do it and keep doing it forever. Pretty simple, huh? So the big question that I was pondering, and I did this a long time ago myself, but I asked a kid today this question. Now I ask it to you. Have you ever tried to figure out why you are alive? Have you ever asked the big question? I remember vividly walking around the block of a neighborhood. It was about about a half mile walk. I walked for like an hour and a half, and I was trying to figure out, why are we here? I asked, is there a God? Is there a universal higher authority? I think many people ask those questions. I think many people get an answer. It feels right. They run with it. They stay with it for a while, maybe forever. It's right or it's wrong. Who knows? They'll figure it out, right? Some people do figure it out and get it right. Some people just don't know. And I think that's where I am. For all the science we have, nobody really knows, do they? That's why, personally, the answer to the first questions is yes for me in the order that I ask them, but that's just me. I always ask questions. Do you ask questions? I always seek answers. Do you? You should. In my coaching, I find that people hire me because I do take the time to ask questions. I do take the time to think about it. And I do come up with some kind of conclusion. You hear about it on the podcast a lot, not all of it. For me, it's how I roll. Now, for them, these clients, what is it for them? I'm a shortcut. That's all I am. I'm a shortcut. So the coach is a shortcut. I think about it so you don't have to, right? I study so you don't have to. So this morning, I was talking to this kid. He wasn't a newbie. He'd been around for a while. He was a kid trying to figure out the adult world. And he hadn't asked those questions I asked at the beginning. Is there a God? Is there some universal high authority? He hadn't done that yet because he was in church. I figure he kind of already made his answer. But, we're humans too. We're humans too. I mean, it's belief. You can't believe if you don't have a little bit of non-belief, can you? Just can't. That's what it's all about. So he asked me if I'd ever asked any questions or I had anything that would help him. And I said, well, yes, I do. Have you ever heard my podcast? I was right there, right? Ready to go. But I'd actually made these notes during the service. I'm not sure why. Maybe I do, maybe I don't, but this is what I wrote down. I said, do you know who you are? Do you know? I said, do you know why you're here? Do you know? Do you know what you're supposed to be doing? Do you know? And you could see the look in his eyes, the little neuro-linguistic programming thing where people look up in the air. They start looking left and right. They're thinking, they're looking for the answer in their brain. I said, okay, good. Got him totally, completely confused. He's jelly in my hands now. 3 hard questions, right? I mean, let me ask you, do you know who you are? Really? I have a piece of paper. I wrote down who I am. Do you know why you're here? Really, do you? I have a piece of paper. I know why I'm here. I wonder how I got here half the time, but I know why I'm here. Do you know what you're supposed to be doing? Moving target sometimes, right? Man, the big questions of life. But have you asked them? So here's another one for you. This is the longer one. This is how I wrote it. Not sure why I wrote it. I have no idea why.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
How am I going to transform myself from what I've always done to what I should always have been doing? That includes how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to experience this thing called life, the one that we have? How am I going to become the me that I'm supposed to be finally? Lots of typos, by the way. I didn't correct the typos. You're very lucky I said it properly. So I wrote all that stuff down. I had this great conversation with him, a really nice, one of those moments when you're in a conversation, there's like, 100 people milling around in the courtyard eating donuts. And it's like just two of you talking. You're like, hey, man, I'm connecting with this kid. This is cool. And about that time, I saw his eyes were like crossed. I'm like, I don't know if I'm connecting with him. I might be just confusing the hell out of him. I don't know. But I think as an older gentleman, I think part of our job is to make you wise, to learn you up a little bit, at the same time confuse the crap out of you and make you wonder how that old man got so crazy, huh? And then later on you go, you know what? He wasn't wrong. Ultimately, he said, I don't know the answers to those things. I said, don't worry about it. Because just like I know for you right now, you may never have gone down any road like this at all before, but now that you've heard those questions, you have now begun a new journey. Figuring out now becomes inevitable. You're welcome, by the way. Some of you are like, I got the answer already. Look, it's here. It's on my vision board. I know it all, Scott. Get on a call with me. I'll challenge you. We'll see how much you know it, okay? I do. Anyway, I bring this up to you because I do go down this road more than I like to admit on the podcast, because that's the road everybody's down anyway. And while I don't talk about it a lot on this podcast, man, it is part of what I do. And we got to get down inside of you, because at the end of the day, I just believe it's all about you facing your passion, figuring out your purpose, finding meaning in your life, even the minutes of the day, and leave an incredible legacy. But always remember, you cannot leave a legacy if you don't build one intentionally. So that's your homework assignment today. Get out there and build your legacy intentionally. Now is as good a time to start as ever.